John Bolton's a former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations during President Bush's term and a Fox News contributor. Ambassador, good to see you.
Glad to be with you, Jamie.
What a developing story. I want to ask you, first of all, about those comparisons to the fact that the Bush administration had a big decision to make. Saddam Hussein was taken out, and now Bashar al-Assad.
Well, this has been fascinating to watch for those who criticize the Bush administration for its reliance on imperfect intelligence, and Bush was criticized for that. In fact, all intelligence is imperfect. You have to make a decision based on the best information you have. President Bush was continually accused for acting unilaterally, when in fact, in the case of overthrowing Saddam Hussein, he had a coalition of between 2 and 3 dozen nations at any given time. So far in this episode, it looks like we have France. President Bush was criticized for not getting express authorization from the United Nations Security Council. And here, we're not going to have express authorization from the UN Security Council. So let me just say, personally, as somebody who was frequently criticized by Joe Biden and John Kerry and Barack Obama, we're only missing Chris Dodd here, but as somebody who was frequently criticized for being a unilateralist, while I oppose the use of force against Syria, I am delighted that the Obama administration is about to act unilaterally with no approval from the UN Security Council. I think we should all take due note of that.
It's almost as if they sort of put the UN aside as not that important when Secretary Kerry mentioned Russian obstructionism, right?
Yeah. Well, let me be very clear here. There are those, particularly in Europe, who say that you have to have authority to use force. There has to be some independent approval for what the Obama administration is about to do. That's a very European approach to life. The American approach has always been fundamentally different. Our approach is we have the right to act to defend American interest unless there's an express prohibition somewhere. There are no express prohibitions around here. As I say, as a matter of policy, I think this impending attack is a bad idea. But as a matter of American authority, we have all we need, and I am delighted that the Obama administration may be on the verge of proving that yet again.